This is the Kindy Rockstars Podcast, Season 5. Bringing you incredibly talented singers, artists, creators, and producers in the genre of children's music. I'm your host, Patrick Adams. Each episode will feature songs, albums, videos, or live performances, along with great stories from the artists themselves. Kindy Rockstars Season 5 is proud to be supported and sponsored by Waltmania Public Relations, serving the family entertainment community for more than 20 years. And now, on with the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kindy Rockstars. Today's guest hosts are Todd and Tina.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
We are Todd and Tina, and we are so excited to be hosting Kindy Rockstars today. And with us, we have the man himself,
The legendary Patrick Adams.
Patrick, welcome to your show.
Hello. Thank you so much, guys, for guest hosting today.
I can't believe we got your password and logged in.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous, but good fun.
Yes. So you put out a new album,
I did.
Imagination Time with Patrick. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So, all of my albums have themes. The first one after I themed an album on my books was Travel Time with Patrick. So every song was about, different ways to travel and so forth. And then Adventure Time with Patrick was a bunch of cool things like zip lining and roller coasters and all that. But with this one, Imagination Time with Patrick, I felt like that was more open to the topics that I could go with. And so I decided to go with as interestingly bizarre topics as I could and make coherent songs out of them. And really, one of the songs we're going to talk about today kind of inspired that. My daughter was singing a made-up song to herself one day called Zombie Ballerina. And I knew the second I heard it that was going to be one of my songs in the future. But I kind of took that and extrapolated it out and said, why don't I come up with an entire album of just crazy, bizarre, fun stuff and hit all of those things that kids love, like dinosaurs and outer space and cats and dogs and so forth. So that's kind of how I approach the album. A lot of times I try to go and work out the music first, but in this one I wrote all of the songs first because I knew the lyrics were going to be critical based on the subject matter that I was writing about. So I really wanted to have fun, coherent lyrics, and then with that, everything just kind of fell into place.
That's so cool, Patrick. So when you're crafting all of these songs, you said you did lyrics first. So do the lyrics and melody kind of come together hand in hand as you're writing, or do you kind of get words and then add the accompaniment and chord structure and then add melody? Like, how do you layer it all in?
Yeah, so I typically, and sometimes it's a verse, but sometimes it's a chorus. I know exactly how I want it to go, right down to the inflections. So in this case, I kind of worked the music around that. In previous albums, where I've kind of done the music first, I'll kind of wrap the lyrics around that. So this one was a bit of a reverse for me, but I felt like it worked better because it really, I made it turn out the way I wanted it to.
You had the vision.
Exactly.
It was just a matter of getting it done.
That's right.
Very nice. So you mentioned Zombie Ballerina.
Oh, that's such a cute song too. I love that's your daughter on the album, right?
Yep.
With Zombie Ballerina, first of all, when your daughter or any of your family member says anything, does it become your property? You're like, lyric, this is my song now.
Well, I had to cut her in, so this is her first credit. I did list her as a featured artist, and she thinks that's the coolest thing.
Nice. And payment is rent in our house.
Yeah, one of these days I'll be cutting her a royalty check on. She's probably monitoring it as we speak, but
Okay.
it's so much fun. She was embarrassed at first to hear her voice because the recording process for getting her in was, I used this microphone And I had her, get as close as she can to it and just say, okay, say it exactly how you did that first time I ever heard it. And so it took a couple of takes and I had to kind of guide her through it. But she would get up close to the microphone and just scream the lyrics in. So it took a few takes. I'm like, okay, let's bring it down a couple notches and let's try it again.
Take a giant step back.
And then did you keep saying 6 inches away from the mic? 6 inches. I always have to hold my kid's like forehead and be like, okay, don't go any closer.
I positioned her a little bit, but then worked the wizards of production and got it to the level that it needed to be at.
Very nice.
That's super
nice.
fun.
She didn't have too much like lead singer disease for you, the LSD, or she got along with you just fine.
We clashed. That'll be in our behind music story.
Yeah.
We
well,
almost had a falling out, but
yeah. Well, once you welcome one idea, then you just get this stream of endless ideas. And like my son especially will be like, well, you should do this, you should do this. And I'm like, this is unsolicited. Speaking of that, making your record, how do you, since you're writing and producing everything yourself, what's the sounding board process? Are you just giving it time? Are you bouncing it against somebody? Like, do you have a network that you run your ideas by?
In past albums, I've done that. In this album, I didn't as much. I kind of felt a little more confident in it. And I think that's just, a natural evolution of getting like certain types of feedback on certain types of songs. And, somebody telling me, hey, that synthesizer is awful. So, okay, mental note, don't go heavy on synths.
Yeah. Well, okay. And sometimes I'm sure you don't, sometimes you want to welcome in opinions and other times you're like, no, this is exactly how I want it.
And I think that's kind of what happened with this album. It's like, I had the vision, I knew it, and I just wasn't going to deviate. And in this case, though, I really, other than Lyric on Zombie Ballerina, I didn't have any other collaborations. Really, it was just me. On all of my previous albums, I've worked with others, especially on the vocals. So with this one, though, it was mostly me. So
did you think it was easier or harder?
It both has its advantages. I think when you're collaborating with somebody, it's, of course, we did on Funky Town for Kindies Do the 80s Volume 1. Go check that out. It helps to mesh like vision and, a lot of times you come out with something more than you expected, as somebody kind of taking on that project and bringing others in. So I find those are fun. But I also enjoy, like kind of crafting my song and creating the song baby as I envisioned it.
Yeah, exactly.
As it kind of comes into the world, the song.
Exactly.
Well, and you realize, at least what I find is like sometimes it's not better or worse. It's just kind of like a different vision of the same idea. Like, it's like it's like I love Bob Dylan. It's like you listen to all the outtakes and it's like, oh wow, that song could have gone that direction, could have gone that direction, or then that's what it is. That's the canon, right?
Exactly. I think about some collaborations in music, like when David Bowie and Freddie Mercury did Under Pressure. I often wonder, was Freddie Mercury brought in just to sing the gibberish? Because if you listen to that song, he does all of the the scatting and stuff like that on it. But whereas David Bowie sings most of the vocals. I'm like, was that planned or was that just how it unfolded? And no matter what, it worked. That's a great song.
I love Queen, but I can't listen to too much of them or I'll get mercury poisoning.
Oh, stop. My gosh. Jeez.
But
That's the worst dad music joke I ever heard. But I'm laughing. I'm laughing.
Hey, Patrick just Venmoed me $30 for that joke.
Oh, okay. Well, so we've talked about Zombie Ballerina, which is darling. Where did some of the other ideas for some of the songs in the album come from? Like you said, you wanted it to be total. I mean, you had kind of the general concepts, but when you think of like Space Train and Purple Pepperoni Pizza, like where did those ideas come from?
As I was driving down the road and just like thinking, these songs literally would come into my head, and I would like have to pull over and like pull out my phone. And in the end, I had a list of like 30 songs. And from Zombie Ballerina, then I began thinking, okay, songs like Puppy Cat emerged. What else? Yeah, Purple Pepperoni Pizza. And I think I ended up with a list of like 25 or so song ideas. And then, just pared it down to the ones like I can create a fully coherent song out of this. Um, and then, so with me, yeah, album vision comes first. And then I'll typically, think of song titles. And then the ones where, that I have the title and lyrics start to come to me for it. Those are the ones that stick. So all the ones that you see on this one, those are the ones where like after I wrote them down, I began thinking immediately of ideas of how the song could go. There were two that were added really late. Super Fast Sloth was one of the last ones, and Time Travel. And I didn't even realize that Time Travel was the reverse order of my kickoff song from Travel Time with Patrick, which was Travel Time. So I had Travel Time and then Time Travel.
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah, that's fun.
Uh-oh.
It's like bookending, right?
Yeah, the circle is complete.
Exactly. I might not have to put out anything else.
Or you'll have to start a whole new idea of concepts.
Yeah, very true. That's probably more likely.
So what were the discarded ones? I know you've asked us this question before, like, well, what were some of the things that have been discarded? Because Todd and I Todd does a lot of the writing and I do a lot of the editing from there. And so what got discarded?
My God, I would have to think. I'll get back to you on that one if I can remember any of them. Because that was a while ago.
Like, it's like if things don't make it, sometimes it gets put in the used later pile, but then usually I never go back to it because you're like, I jumped onto a new train or whatever. Speaking of trains, Space Train.
Yes.
I was listening to that. And okay, imagination time. And what's your take on, I noticed it's very factual about where we're going. We're starting with Mercury and we're working our way out. What's your thoughts on education in music? Like,
I like to put it in there where I can. I think, especially for children's songs, if you can take a fun topic that they're interested in, like, outer space and the planets, and then just throw a little knowledge in there and but still keep the song fun. I love that. I'll take any opportunity I can to do that.
okay. Because you hear both sides. It's either like you're hit over the head with knowledge, or you go our direction where facts. They don't mean as much, right? Like as long as the song's fun. I was just curious on your take on that whole perspective.
Well, and with Travel Time with Patrick, because I was writing about different types of travel, like there was a song called RRV. And in the song, I like fully explained what was inside an RV. So, if a kid listened to the song and never knew, now they might know a little something about it. Yeah. And they say, hey, Mom, Dad, let's go get an RV because this song I heard made them sound really cool.
And then
they get one and they're like, oh.
Yeah. That was kind of expensive. Yeah, thanks, Patrick.
I mean, Robin Williams made it look so fun in the movie. RV.
Oh, I never saw that movie.
With JoJo?
No, I never saw it.
JoJo.
What?
No, JoJo's. No, this is it's just a little too late. Yeah. JoJo Lescoy or something. Anyways,
we're off on a tangent.
All right. Anyways.
I'm gonna go back to Zombie Ballerina for a second,
yeah,
and then maybe we can play it because
there's a reason you usually do this, Patrick.
Well, because the story of this song is just it's the singular moment that this became an idea was so adorable, and the video is on YouTube, and if you go watch the video, the first 15 seconds of the video is the recording that we made of our daughter performing that song in front of the mirror. Like she didn't know we were recording her, and she was just there. She was doing zombie moves, and she was just belting out. I don't know what the lyrics were, but I fully understood the Zombie Ballerina part. Mm-hmm. So that was such a fun moment, and I never let it go, but I was so glad that I captured that on video. So if you want to see like the true birth of an idea, it's the first 15 seconds of that video.
All right, everybody's got to hop on over to your YouTube channel now and check it out.
That's right.
Oh, so fun. And I think what's so cool about children, well, at least from your perspective and from our perspective too, Todd has his children, I have my family too. And then it's just so interesting that they become a part of what you're creating as well. Because Todd's kids and my kids have been in our videos, and obviously Lyric has been included in this, the inspiration for this new album. And I just think that's such a precious thing. And you can just tell as you're talking, you're just beaming with pride about that whole concept kind of coming from her. And I just love that because, we make music for kids. And so they need to be included in that process as well. I love that.
Yep. I think
No
we've talked,
question. My commentary on that.
well, we've definitely talked this song up. So let's play it, right?
Sounds like a great idea.
Here it is, Zombie Ballerina by me and Lyric. My daughter said to me, Daddy, I have a song. I'll sing it to you, and you can sing along. She grabbed a microphone, put some sunglasses on, stuck her arms straight out, began to walk like something is wrong. I looked at her, thinking, what's going on? Then she said, Daddy, are you ready for my song? I am so ready. Let's hear it. Danced around like a zombie as I laughed real loud. Her dancing and singing had attracted a crowd. She said, do you like it? I said, more than you know. Can everyone sing with me? I said, yeah, let's go. Sing it again, Lyric. All around, zombie ballerina, making zombie sounds. Zombie ballerina, she may look insane. Zombie ballerina, she doesn't eat brains. Zombie ballerina, she's a friendly zombie type. Zombie ballerina, don't believe the hype. Zombie ballerina, come see her show today. Zombie ballerina, it'll blow you away. Zombie ballerina, zombie ballerina, zombie ballerina, she's a zombie ballerina, she's a zombie ballerina, zombie ballerina, she's a zombie ballerina.
All right, that was Zombie Ballerina by Patrick Adams, and that's on his new album, Imagination Time with Patrick. And so, Patrick, let's talk about Space Train, because that's another fun song on your album.
Yeah, going back to that one, I knew I wanted to make a song about the planets, and I, unlike the scientific community, still consider Pluto a planet, but I had to be factually correct here in this one. And so I referred to it as a dwarf, but still, it's a planet.
But just as important as all the other planets.
I know it was a planet up until I was a certain age.
Yeah, I think It's a critical moment in my life. I think it was like ninth grade or something. They took it away. My foundation had shifted.
I know.
And then I think they've discovered a planet past Pluto.
I know. Demoted it. How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Sad thing. But your song isn't sad. It's super fun to listen to. So let's listen to Space Train next.
Yep. One more thing about Space Train. Yeah, the whole concept around it was, what if you could hop aboard a train and those were your stops? And as we speak, I'm putting a music video together that is going to be kind of like I'm a conductor and I'm like, guiding this tour through the planets and then diverting to also visit some of the moons. But I just thought that was a fun concept. It wasn't as out there, although the idea of a space train is a bit out there. But it was really cut and dry, and the whole purpose was to say a few things about the planets, and that was kind of the whole goal of the song, what we talked about, the education part of it.
I'm excited to see what this video will look like because I already have a lot of ideas and wonderings, like what type of outfit are you wearing? Are you wearing a conductor's outfit? Are you wearing a space helmet? Does your rocket have like the train wheels? I don't know. We're going to have to go check it out when it's done.
What are tracks like in space?
I don't know.
Because the planets move.
They're like rainbowy, kind of like Rainbow Road and Mario Kart.
They'd have to be made of gummy. They'd have to stretch.
Yes. Yes.
It is all that and less.
We've thought too much about this already.
All right. Well, let's listen to Space Train by Patrick Adams.
It's a space train, what do you say? Taking a trip around the Milky Way. We have 9 stops, so climb aboard. Take your seats and let's explore. First stop, Mercury, it may be kinda hot. Should you get off here? Probably not. Second stop, Venus, the weather's kinda rough. If this is your stop, you may have it kinda tough. Third stop, Earth, our home sweet home. But if you're on this train, then I know you wanna roam. It's a space train, what do you say? Taking a trip around the Milky Way. We have 9 stops, so climb aboard. Take your seats and let's explore. Fourth stop, Mars, a bit dusty and red, and you can see our rovers straight up ahead. Fifth stop, Jupiter, a planet made of gas. We'd love to stop here, but we'll have to pass. Sixth stop, Saturn, check out the awesome rings. One of the coolest stops that this trip will bring. It's a space train, what do you say? Taking a trip around the Milky Way. We have 9 stops, so climb aboard. Take your seats and let's explore. 7 stop, Uranus, nice giant to the hilt. And as you may notice, this planet kinda tilts. 8 stop, Neptune, we're almost at the end. It's blue and it's stormy and really cold, my friends. 9th stop, Pluto, not a planet but a dwarf, but still a necessary stop on our trip, of course. It's a space train, what do you say? Taking a trip around the Milky Way. We have 9 stops, so climb aboard. Take your seats and let's explore. It's a space train, riding on the space train. It's a space train, yeah, it's a space train. As a special bonus on our trip today, it's a moon extravaganza, so let's be on our way. Europa, Titan, Ganymede, Triton, all so amazing, isn't this exciting? Callisto, Io, and Oberon too, and the very last stop is our Earth's moon. It's a space train, what do you say? Taking a trip around the Milky Way. We have 9 stops, so climb aboard. Take your seats and let's explore. It's a space train. What do you say? Taking a trip around the Milky Way. We have 9 stops, so climb aboard. Take your seats and let's explore. It's a space train. Yeah, it's a space train. It's a space train. Riding on the space train.
That was Space Train by Patrick Adams. Speaking of the whole space theme, Alien Dance Party.
This one I really like.
You've got some fun vocal effects going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us how you did all of those effects and about the song.
Definitely. And I'll tell you what inspired this song. It's actually from a Saturday Night Live skit that always cracked me up. And Bruce Willis was the guest host on Saturday Night Live. And they had this skit where him and a bunch of his friends were sitting around watching a football game, and their wives and girlfriends were getting ready to go out. And they said, hey guys, don't have too much fun while we're gone. Like, yeah, we're just going to watch the game. And then as soon as they left, all of a sudden this like dance music started to play. And the whole title of the skit was Boy Dance Party. And it was just the guys having like this big dance party. And it's always been one of my favorite skits. So when I was thinking about this one, and again, how could I make it as ridiculous as possible? Aliens, and I knew I was going to have a song about aliens, and probably some of my discarded ideas were aliens doing something else other than having a dance party. But I settled on Alien Dance Party just because I thought it was, nobody would, I had a different title for the song, Dancing with the Aliens. But I just thought Alien Dance Party sounded better. So yeah, the whole thing is meant to be like this creepy opening, like, it's a frightening situation. You're stumbling upon these aliens, and all they want to do is dance. And so that was
as aliens are wont to do.
Take an X-Files type situation, but then turn it, just completely bonkers. And so that was kind of how I approached that. So yeah, the whole story leading up to them meeting the aliens, I found this vocal effect in Logic Pro, where I tried like 10 different ones, but this one's the most alien-esque of them all. So it stuck. But yeah, and the whole goal with this song, kind of like Zombie Ballerina, where it like shifts musically in the song. I knew this one was going to shift like majorly from, kind of a sort of a dark, creepy kind of mysterious thing to just an all out techno rave. So that's
Yeah.
Well, what I love about it too is that, kids are going to instantly want to dance, dance around with this. It's not one of those like sit and listen songs. It's, I'm going to get up and move my body with these aliens in my head too.
Yeah. And, I think I haven't started on a music video for this one yet, but I really feel like this could be like a short film or something.
Like Thriller.
I know. Yeah.
But no, wait, that's like Zombie Ballerina. Oh, there's so many. Oh, but that one's already done.
You like Contact?
No,
No, not Contact. Communion.
No, I don't know that one either, but I know Contact.
With the mashed potatoes?
No.
Oh my God. God.
Was that
That gap in Tina's knowledge about some of these classics.
I know. Sorry.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right, Patrick? Please say.
I thought it was the mashed potato. I thought that was
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. My
There
bad.
you go.
My bad. My mistake.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll get off my high horse.
But it was also, I
The book
think,
that it came out
Okay.
with the alien on it.
and I think
Yeah.
Weird Al spoofed that in UHF, where he like built something with like this huge mound of something. And anyway, I've seen UHF, but I don't think I've seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh,
I haven't, to be honest.
if you side note, you'll probably edit this out, but he put out that new movie, Weird. Did you see Weird Al?
That is amazing. I
And-
love that movie.
I have not had a chance to see it
haven't
yet,
either.
but I did like the fact on his press release, he said, I made a solemn vow that once every 33 and a third years, I will put out a new movie. So he put one out at 33 and he put one out at 66 and he's like, at 99, you're going to get the third one. And it's,
Oh my God. If yeah, please watch Weird. That
Okay.
Yes,
Daniel
Donna.
Radcliffe was amazing, but the whole movie was just so ridiculous.
It looks pretty good.
But it was so entertaining. Which that's kind of what I hope people take away from my album. Like that was ridiculous but entertaining.
Exactly.
And yeah, isn't that the one of the most wonderful reasons to make music, because it's just silly and fun?
Definitely.
Well, let's listen to Alien Dance Party. Here it is.
Driving down the road one night, came upon some mysterious lights, shining bright in the nighttime sky, getting brighter as we're driving by. All of a sudden a being appears, 10 feet tall with really big ears. He motions us to get out of the car, to walk to where the other aliens are. We arrive to see a scary sight, about 20 aliens ready for a fight. As we experience a sense of dread, one of the aliens stepped forward and said,
Hello, humans. We mean you no harm. We heard some music coming from that farm. So we wanted to introduce ourselves and ask, do you humans like to dance?
yes, as a matter of fact, we do like to dance.
Well then, humans, we're gonna get along just fine. Hit it.
It's an alien dance party. Aliens like to dance. It's an alien dance party. Aliens have some moves. Alien dance party. Aliens having a ball. It's an alien dance party. Aliens love to groove. Alien dance party. Aliens getting down. It's an alien dance party. Aliens got some style. It's an alien dance party. Aliens boogieing down. It's an alien dance party. Aliens getting wild. It's an alien dance party.
All right, that was Alien Dance Party by Patrick Adams from his new album, Imagine Time with Patrick. Patrick, let's talk about one of the other really fun songs on this album called Puppy Cat. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this really was written for a 19-year-old daughter who loves dogs and loves cats. And so I thought, why not write a song about scientists creating the perfect pet for her, a puppy cat, with all of the great qualities of both. So again, this is another one of those slightly educational songs where if you're mixing a dog and a cat, okay, well, the puppy cat will chase balls around, but it'll also hiss at you and stuff like that. So it was one of the most fun songs that I wrote lyrically because I wanted to almost make it come off like a sales pitch. It's like, scientists are creating this animal. Do you want one? And so far, everybody that's listened to the album or sent me like a review and it's like, oh, by the way, yes, I would like a puppy cat, please.
Well, who wouldn't?
I know, right?
I don't know. You'd have to raise it.
Well, Todd, I know you're not a pet person.
All right. I'm a tough sale.
But I can get on board with a puppy cat, right?
Oh, it would be fun to look at.
Yeah.
I'd come over and see your puppy cat.
Absolutely. It's got to be
Awesome. Well, let's listen.
somewhat
Oh, what?
cute.
Yeah. Let's listen to Puppy Cat by Patrick Adams.
Scientists are busy at work creating the cutest animal in the world. Taking the best of our two favorite pets and making one that would be the best. A touch of bark and a pinch of meow. A little bit of hiss and a little bit of growl. Add in some panting and then some purr. Either way they'll have adorable fur. And when these scientists are done, this new pet will be a ton of fun. Puppy cat, a puppy cat. Introducing a puppy cat. Cute as can be, what do you think of that? Do you want a puppy cat? They'll chase the ball, then bat it around. Rub up against your leg, then whack their tail around. They'll bury a bone, they'll enjoy some catnip. Hang their head out the window on your car trip. And when these scientists are done, this new pet will be a ton of fun. Puppy cat, a puppy cat. Introducing a puppy cat. Cute as can be, what do you think of that? Do you want a puppy cat? Puppy cat, a puppy cat. Introducing a puppy cat. Cute as can be, what do you think of that? Do you want a puppy cat? Do you want a puppy cat? Yes, I want a puppy cat. Can we get a puppy cat? Do we really have to think about that? Puppy cat, we want a puppy cat. Cute as can be, what do you think of that? We want a puppy cat. Puppy cat, a puppy cat. We want a puppy cat. Cute as can be, what do you think of that? We want a puppy cat.
That was Puppy Cat by Patrick Adams from his new album, Imagination Time with Patrick. Now, this song, this is my favorite on the record. Purple Pepperoni Pizza.
Say that 5 times fast.
You down with OPPP?
No, that's PPP.
Or PPP?
And see, just saying PPP makes kids giggle. So
is that intentional?
No, it wasn't. But now that I think about it, it's a great
and it's
idea.
unfortunate now that we have brought it to that. To
I know. It could have been. It could have been a great idea. Yeah, so this song was I don't know where I came up with this one. It must have started with the word purple, and then just other words with P and purple pepperoni pizza. And I think this was that title might not have stuck had I not come up with like the chorus for it. Because from I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. And then it's like, oh, well, please rhymes with cheese. And if you don't mind, I'd like some purple cheese. And then wait, anchovies rhymes with cheese. So eventually from that point, the song started writing itself. But the whole thing was built around a guy who's just obsessed with the color purple to the point of he wants everything to be purple that, even his food. So, and I just released a video for this one. It was the first time I tried to like create a video where there's multiple versions of me in it, which was
it's like a metaverse,
which was daunting, right? Yeah. So I actually played characters in the video. So I'm a Patrick Purple fan, and then I have 2 friends in the video, Johnny Cobra Kai, who kind of looks like Johnny from Cobra Kai, and then a guy who loves rock and roll. His name is Rock Metal Hammer. And then a waiter who's Arnold Stallone. So You can
Like
tell
it.
I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
That,
So anyway.
well, you referenced Bruce Willis skit earlier, so it's
I know. Everybody just no guessing. Everybody just instantly knows.
Oh,
But yeah, no, it's
Pluto was a planet.
I
yeah.
didn't. This was one of those songs where I wasn't quite sure how it was going to be received when I had finished putting it all together. But like the first 4 or 5 people that listened to the album like cited it as their favorites. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I did something right with it.
And isn't that kind of fun to once you finally put your, that album out and get that feedback, you're like, oh, okay. You're just as excited that everybody liked that song as you liked it when you were, writing it and creating it.
Yeah,
That's the fun part.
it validated my goofy idea.
Yeah.
Yes. All goofy ideas should be
Yeah,
validated,
they
right,
should,
Ted?
Right.
I agree 100%.
Yes.
Isn't it kind of fun how you can kind of just put ideas out there though, and then some of them stick and some of them fall by the wayside, but it's like, well, at least we got it out there, right?
Yep.
Yep, exactly. And then
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let's listen to Purple Pepperoni Pizza by Patrick Adams.
My friends think I'm strange, just a little bit nuts. Occasionally a real pain in the butt. I have this strange obsession, you see. I love the color purple a bit excessively. We went out to a pizza place. When it was my turn to order, they all covered their face. I looked at the waiter and he looked at me. I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. And if you don't mind, I'd like some purple cheese. You can hold the purple anchovies. I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. The waiter looked at me just a little confused. Then he looked at my friends who all seemed amused. Then the waiter looked back at me and said, "Can you repeat that order, please?" Sure. Here goes. I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. And if you don't mind, I'd like some purple cheese. You can hold the purple anchovies. I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. The waiter wrote it down and said with a smile, "Okay, my friend, well, that might take a while. And in the meantime, would you like a drink?" I didn't really even have to think. A purple Fanta soda would be nice. And please don't forget to add some purple ice. And I think everyone here will agree. Purple breadsticks and purple pasta sauce would be sweet. So, to repeat my order, I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. And if you don't mind, I'd like some purple cheese. You can hold the purple anchovies. I'd like a purple pepperoni pizza, please. And a purple Fanta soda would be nice. And please don't forget to add some purple ice. And I think everyone here will agree. Purple breadsticks and purple pasta sauce would be sweet. The waiter said, "I'll see what I can do." 20 minutes later, the order came through. To everyone's shock and surprise, they could not believe their eyes. Here's your purple pepperoni pizza, sir. Purple breadsticks and purple sauce to be sure. Your purple drink, is there anything else? All of my friends were beside themselves. They said, "What the heck, we'll give it a try." They ate it all up and said with a smile, "That was an awesome purple feast. You think they have any purple treats?" Excuse me, waiter, dessert menu, please.
That was Purple Pepperoni Pizza by Patrick Adams. And Patrick, we're here with you, your new album, Imagination Time with Patrick. Where can people find this album if they are looking to listen to all of it?
Well, thank you so much again for guest hosting the show. You two are among my favorite guests. You've been on, I think, almost every season.
We have had a blast. It's been an honor to interview you. So tell us where we can find your album.
Definitely. So all the places that you can stream, purchase, and download music, On my website, patrickadamsbooks.com, I have a page devoted to that where you can actually link over to the other various places like SoundCloud, and all the music videos that get made go on there. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it on my YouTube channel. Again, lots of music videos. I do shorts too to kind of introduce the song. And then
Gotta
typically
get that TikTok
there's,
crowd out there.
yeah, they kind of put them at reels and TikToks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So just trying to maximize it. And just see, like you said, see what hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, Patrick. Todd, you have one more question for
Yeah,
Patrick, right?
as you know, you've been the host. Everybody knows you as the host of Kindy Rock Stars for this is
Season 5.
Season 5. I guess, how did you just briefly, I know we've used up quite a bit of your time here. How did you get into it, and what do you think's the biggest lesson you've learned while doing this?
Yeah, so the quick story on how I got into it was working to put some shows together for Jump 1053 a few years ago. And those were around my books and songs that went with those books. And after I had put 2 episodes together, CJ, the guy who ran Jump 1053, he said, "How'd you like to do a weekly show?" And so I had tossed around the idea of doing a podcast for a while, and originally it was going to be about books. But I kind of switched gears and said, no, I think I'm enjoying the music side of things more, and I really want to get to know musicians in this community. So I kind of put the concept together, put all the foundational things together, found a host, Buzzsprout, and then once I kind of thought, okay, here's how I want to structure the show. I want to make sure that people can tell their story and stories about a song, and then we play the song. That was really the whole concept around it. And anytime I talk about the formation of the show, I always talk about putting the scheduler out there, and within an hour, I had 25 appointments. It's like, oh, okay, this might be something. So yeah, that first season, it was all about one song. People come on the show, feature one song. But it turned out, some people had multiple songs they wanted to feature. And so I would do like separate song stories. And long story short, season 1 had like 112 episodes. So I had to trim that down a little bit and evolve the show.
It's already in syndication after one season.
So that led to like album features and stuff like that. But the best part about doing this, obviously, is meeting people like you, who do this and have their own talents and their own stories and background, and come up with their own unique music and their inspirations, their videos, and there's just an entire community of that really deserves more attention, especially than just one category at the Grammys. And for the type of music that we put out, the family friendly type, just I know what I want my kids to listen to, and that's the kind of music I want out there. When they get to a certain age, they'll listen to what they want, but I just want there to be good options for families out there. And what better way to give all of us in the community a forum to talk about themselves, and then have that as a piece of media that they can share, and have people listen to it, and hopefully you pick up a few new fans.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of the entire Kindy music community, we thank you for all of that. You've done a lot for our careers and getting us kind of started and out there in the community as well. So thank you, Patrick.
It is my honor.
We're going to toss it back to you to wrap this whole thing up.
That's right. This is the final episode of season 5. I want to thank all my guests. This was a bit of a short season because I'm about to become a new daddy, and I'm going to slow down a bit so I can be present and focused. And I'm not going to have much sleep, so my shows will probably become somewhat incoherent.
But your new little one will have all kinds of wonderful music to listen to.
Definitely.
And think of the
Yeah.
song I can grab from him.
Oh my God. I'll have like a double album ready to go. So, but I love doing this. I am closing in on 10,000 downloads. Hopefully by the time everybody hears this, we'll have hit that. And I also love the fact that the downloads are coming from all of the continents, but they don't give data for Antarctica. So I'm not really sure if we've gotten any downloads there. Maybe
You know,
we have.
penguins are listening for sure.
They need entertainment too. So
That's right. Can't just all be ice and, sliding and swimming all
I
the
don't know what
time.
their internet connection's like.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
I know.
fine.
It's probably
That's right.
But yeah, so again, thank you everybody who was on the show in season 5 and who's been on the show all the way up until now. And we'll see you in season 6. But before we wrap up today, just to thank you, Todd and Tina, for guest hosting the show, which in 5 seasons, that was the first time I gave way to a guest host. You guys did an amazing job.
It'll probably be the last time too.
It was fun.
You're on paternity leave. We're gonna pick up the mantle. It'll be.
It was an honor and a privilege, Patrick. Happy to do it.
Yep. Well, you guys have a new video coming out and a song from your most recent album called Transylvania Town. So tell us a little bit about this, and then we will close out the show with this song.
Okay, so this song came about when we talk about song ideas. I said to Todd that, my blood type is B positive. And I feel like my whole personality embodies that almost to a fault.
It's exhausting.
So I said to Todd, we should write a song with a kind of a play on words, of that blood type, whatnot. He's like, all right, I can run with that. And a week later, he came to me with this song called Transylvania Town. And he's like, here's your blood song.
Here, I'll get back to working on my own thing. Here's your song.
So it's about a vampire, of course, set in a, spooky old home. And so we just filmed all the video footage for this a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And so we'll put that video out at the very beginning of October. But one of our faves on our newest album, Bombtastic.
Yeah, and it's a discerning vampire who only wants B positive blood.
That's right.
That's the twist.
There's where the B positive piece comes all together.
There you go. Yeah, and we actually got to film it at a haunted house. So that was fun, where we went in on I guess I wouldn't say after hours, before hours, and they just gave us free reign of this Camp Nowhere place, and they just are like, can we help you with anything? And
they were incredible and very gracious to let us use their space. And so, it's going to be a lot of fun. We had a ton of a blast filming the video. My daughter's in it. Todd's daughter is in it.
We're in it.
We're in it too. Todd's a vampire.
I figured.
Yeah. I'm the innocent victim in all of it. So it was a lot of fun to film. This is one of my favorite songs on the album. Love performing it live. So let's listen.
All right, everybody, be sure to check out this video when it comes out. We're going to wrap up the show and the season with Transylvania Town by Todd and Tina. See you in season 6.
I was hanging out with Dracula last night when he said, a drink sounds about right. I don't want a cola, Kool-Aid, or an orange juice. Then he looked at me and said, only one thing will do. Is there B positive flowing through your veins? With a smile like that, I can't make a mistake. Your blood is rare, you understand, you'd be helping me out. But then in there I realized I had to get out of this Transylvania town. I should have never come around. I said, Dracula, oh Dracula, I think you've got it wrong. I'm an AB and can't you see we'd never get along. And just like that, he pulled out my medical chart, then began to drool while he stared right at my heart and said, there's B positive flowing through your veins. With a smile like that, I can't make a mistake. Your blood is rare, you understand, you'd be helping me out. But then in there I realized I had to get out of this Transylvania town. I should have never come around. I was scared and I cared enough to get out. I quietly crept those stairs, as silent as a mouse. Then I shivered as I felt something on my neck. I was bit by Dracula, and now I've got one last request. Is there beer